And for more on what lies ahead after the killing of Yahya Sinwar, let's bring in the head of the Palestine-Israel program at the Arab Center in Washington, Yousef Munayyer, for more. Yousef, thanks for coming on. What happens now in terms of Hamas leadership?
Yeah, good morning, Diane. Thanks for having me. I think it's not clear right away what the succession plan is going to be within Hamas, but I think it's important in moments like this because there have been so many of them throughout history where the Israelis have felt that they have dealt significant blows to Palestinian militant factions by killing their leaders. And one can go back all the way to the 1920s and 30s when it was the British eliminating Palestinian leaders in Palestine at the time, thinking that they have put an end to Palestinian resistance to colonialism and Zionism. That doesn't tend to be the way things work out. These opposition movements are much deeper than any one individual, and this is precisely why we keep seeing this movie playing over and over again. I think over the longer term, this will be a moment that is not as significant as the broader trends of confrontation between Palestinians who are resisting Zionism and, of course, Western-backed Zionism, which seeks to push Palestinians off of their land. We are, though, in the short term, at an important juncture. There is an opportunity today, as there has been every day, to bring an end to this war. Benjamin Netanyahu is in the driver's seat. He can choose to continue a war in Gaza or agree to an exchange deal. He can choose to escalate a war with Hezbollah in Lebanon, which is where things have been trending there. And he can choose, of course, to continue exchanging fire with Iran. But while Netanyahu is in the driver's seat, it's very important to remember that the car goes only as far as the Biden administration is willing to keep putting gas in it. And the Biden administration has the opportunity, has the option, and always had to use its leverage to bring an end to this war. It has another opportunity today, and we'll see whether or not they choose to use this opportunity or if they will continue to fail to do so.
Now, right now, President Biden is renewing calls for a ceasefire along with other leaders. Prime Minister Netanyahu has said the war is not yet over. But does this death increase pressure on Netanyahu to reach a deal to end this war and bring the hostages home?
Well, look, I think President Biden's comments yesterday were very interesting because he said a lot of things yesterday that he said many months ago, including when he announced a ceasefire proposal in May that the Palestinians had accepted. He said Hamas cannot carry out another October 7th attack. He repeated that yesterday, basically signaling to the Israelis that there's no more reason to continue this war. He sent those messages in the past. He sent them again. He repeated that it's time for this war to end. Again, that's something that he's been saying for many months. But what has been missing is action from the U.S. administration to back up those words. This war that has escalated to genocidal level violence can end when President Biden wants it to end. That's been the case for a long time, and the decision continues to be in his hands.
All right, head of the Palestine-Israel program at the Arab Center in Washington, Yousef Munayyer, thank you.